So you got it down, 6 principles, 6 pillars of success. And today we will speak about questions. So I will repeat again, the 6 pillars of success are: ask excellent questions, use positive language, expand your intelligence, grow giver's heart, become a trusted guide, and make a wonderful contribution. So Srila Prabhupada said here that questions and answers are always present in our lives, especially because thinking is consisted of questions and answers. Sun is into your eyes. You want to move in the shade? It's not easy to have sun in the eyes. Sun will move, I think, this way.
Yeah.
So you will still get the sun later. But you can move as you like around the room in the shade. And I have already given an introduction in the previous sessions about the questions, but because there is new students here, I will also say a little bit about this. And then today, the idea for today was to practice 2 tools for using questions. One is called the choice map, and one is called personal daily questions. These are very simple tools. This is the choice map, and I will explain to you how to use it, and if you have any questions we can discuss how to use it. But it's from the book called Change Your Questions, Change Your Life by Merrily Adams. And I have this book, I can share it with you. Choice map is available on the internet. It's a PDF file, you can download it. I can send you a link. Choice map, this one. It has 2 pages. One is the main page, another is the explanation, how to use it. So, our thinking is consisted of questions and answers, and thinking leads to conclusions. Conclusions lead to decisions. Decisions lead to action, and Hare Krishna. And action brings what? Results. Yes. Action brings results. So basically questions are directly related to results. Do you understand English?
Yeah.
Okay. So questions, if you change your questions, you will change your results. Now, I will share with you some of my favorite questions, and my coaching practice is called Gita coaching. So this means it's based on the Gita and it's based on Srila Prabhupada's teachings. And when I work with devotees, then I say that the first question that we should ask when we think about anything, whether it's a goal or it's a problem, that this question is what Prabhupada said about it. And how can we find out what Srila Prabhupada said? Karuna, did you offer this? Is it offered?
No.
Okay, it will be offered later. Okay. Thank you very much.
It's nothing, just vegetables. I mean, one can put salt and
Yes.
and what you
Exactly. I will put everything. Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you so much. So we become curious what Prabhupada said about it. And for this we have 2 powerful tools. One is called Database, one is called Vanipedia. So there you can find out what Srila Prabhupada said about any topic. How many of you have Vedabase or use Vedabase? It's a software. Okay, anyway, this is available. You can buy it or you can copy it from some devotees. Vanipedia is online. There is Vanipedia is free. Vedabase is also online, but it's not complete. It's only books for now. And search, I don't know how good it is, but software Vedabase is really good for searching. Online Vedabase is gradually being built up to include everything, but now it has books, and now they have increased to lectures, and there is Vedabase.com and Vedabase.io. IO. That's a new beta version, and there they have more than books. But on Vedabase.com you have all the books. Vanipedia has categories, and I want to tell you how to search. So you can search, you can find the categories in Vanipedia by using Google. So, for example, if you want to search for the category called devotion, you type devotion, make one space, and type Vani quotes together. One word, Vani quotes. Then the first link will be Vanipedia category devotion. Why? Because Vanipedia uses the wiki platform, Wikipedia platform. So that's why it's so high on the Google search, because Wikipedia is always the first or second on the Google search. So it's very smart that devotees use that.
So you go to Wikipedia?
No. They use Wikipedia platform. I'm explaining why you get such high result. Why you get Vanipedia at the top of the Google search.
Okay.
Because it uses this wiki platform, and it's so you write the term devotion or something, space, Vani quotes, and you will get a category. What is a category? Category is a selection of quotes. Almost all the quotes on the topic. So once we understand what Prabhupada said about something, we have wisdom and knowledge. We have a foundation how to think about something, how to plan something, how to discuss something, and how to take action. So we have a foundation, we have an instruction from our Acharya, and then we have this backup for our action and for our goals. We have support from Srila Prabhupada. We are not great coaches. We are assistant to a Maha coach, Srila Prabhupada. So this is why we need his help and need his guidance and need his instruction. So the first question is what Prabhupada said about it. If you want to have a powerful spiritual life, you can do this. And you will be amazed what you will discover in his teachings, because we don't know most of the things that Prabhupada said. We don't take advantage of his teachings. We don't read enough. And now we want to learn from him. So this is a powerful question. Now questions have to do with learning, definitely. So I'm giving you one powerful premise or principle that if you improve your questions, you will improve your results. If you start to use better questions with yourself and with others, I guarantee your results will improve. I'm doing it myself. And everybody who does it, they report good results. They report progress. They report improvement.
To ask a better question, is it the starting point is to
how to ask better question is a very good question. So, which questions are actually excellent questions? This is an important question because the title of this session is Ask Excellent Questions. Which questions are excellent questions? What do you think?
Domande eccellenti da fare.
What questions would be excellent for you?
Is a question. Ok. Ma sono già aperte? No, quella è la domanda da fare, domande veramente serie da fare, quali sono?
Yes?
Any questions that has a result on me, how to elevate my consciousness or bring more near to Krishna? These questions are maybe more elevated or
Questions that bring you closer to Krishna, that make you more elevated, elevate your consciousness. Yes? More? What questions would you like to ask? Yes?
I think for me, important question, why I am doing this.
Why I'm doing this? So it has to do with motivation, with the desire behind it. Yes? So now I'm giving you a tool how to start anything, how to start to think about anything. So you can start to think about anything by asking yourself, what questions should I ask myself about this goal or about this problem or about this relationship about this project? So you start with creating a list of questions that will help you achieve your goal. So excellent questions are questions that help our success in any area. This is a simple definition. You can define your excellent questions as you like, but this is a simple definition I'm giving you. Yes?
Me?
You had your...
I'm sorry, I was thinking about first in different situation we should ask why that person, this person acts in a certain way, what is the why? It is to think about why one person, one leader, one devotee, one relative acts in a certain way, asking myself,
So this is a learner question. Here is a learner questions that would lead to Himalayas. They lead to the mountains. And there is judger questions. You can ask, why is he so stupid?
Yes.
But you are asking a non-judgmental question, trying to understand why somebody behaves the way they behave. Maybe there is a reason, maybe there is a trauma, maybe there is abuse in the past. You try to understand why they have this horrible tendency to torture people, for example, or to exploit people. So now, since you raised this, we can start to speak about the choice map. And so we make choices at every moment. This is us. We make choices at every moment. There is a situation, circumstance, there is something that is happening, and we have a choice how we react. And usually we react by a question we ask, sometimes unconsciously. So basically you can ask two types of questions, a learner question and judger question. And we can say that these questions are in the mode of goodness, these questions are in the mode of passion and ignorance. So learning questions are, what happened? What do I want? What are the facts? What assumptions am I making? So prejudgments. What can I learn? what is the other person thinking, feeling, or wanting, what I'm responsible for, what are my choices, what's the best to do now, what's possible. So learner has thoughtful choices, he is solution focused, and he has approach win-win. He doesn't want only to win, he wants everybody to win. Opposite to this, judger is asking, whose fault is this? Why am I such a failure? Why are they so stupid? Why bother? What's wrong with me? What's wrong with them? So judger has automatic reactions. He is focused on blaming others, and he has a win-lose approach. So judger goes into the mud. Now we are all judgers, and we all judge all the time. You cannot stop it, but you can increase the learner and decrease the judger, and you can catch the judger and turn the judger into a learner. How? By switching. This is a switching lane. You start to become a judger, and then you can turn on this switching lane and go on the path of learner.
It's a shortcut.
It's a switch. I don't know if it's a shortcut. It's a switch. So how do you make this a shift? Am I in judger? Is this how I want to think? Is this how I want to feel about others? Criticizing, being negative. Where would I rather be? How else can I think about this? So let's say you have a leader who is controlling, abusive. So first reaction is to judge him. He is a demon. And the best is to kill him. Now another way, you say, okay, I'm a judger, so how do I want to think about this person? Maybe there is reasons why he is like this. Maybe he was abused in the past. And how can I help him to change? Become his friend, gain his trust, show him that I'm not an enemy, and see if he is open to accept principles that will help him and the people he leads. So one approach was judging and destructive, and another approach is with a desire to help. Results of judger questions: a mood of pessimism, stress, and limitation. Judgmental mindset, reactive mindset, inflexible mindset. Reacting with the attitude attack or defense. So, of course, learning questions are also excellent questions. It's one type of excellent questions. But this tool is powerful because it's visual. You can remember it easily. You can remember the path up and the path down. Okay, so do you have any questions about the choice map?
Cool, about the question, the judges' questions are not only to other, but also to myself.
Yes.
Are also the
Yes.
same category.
Yeah, why I'm so stupid.
Mm.
This is a stupid question. Instead of asking why I'm so stupid, you can ask, how can I become more intelligent? How can I learn things?
Mm. i coach don't give you come dire, proposta, cioè non sono, are not propositive, are only, cioè, stop yourself now with this kind of a question, cioè you don't open,
Yeah.
cioè you stop.
Limit yourself. You limit yourself. Yeah, you block yourself. You stop yourself. Yes, the judger questions are limiting our options, and learner questions expand options. We spoke with the boys about 2 words that expand possibilities. These 2 words consist a question. Only 2 words can change your life like anything if you use them. It's so simple, it's pure magic, and we don't use it. What else? So if you think about the goal, if you think about the problem, what else? What else can I do? Who else can help me? So combination with the word else, who else, what else, where else, how else? So these questions with the word else expand options. Expand options. So we usually don't see all the options. We see limited. How many options do you have? Either I'm deep in Maya or I join the temple. Only 2 options. But there is many more options in between. You don't have to join the temple and you can still be Krishna conscious. Or either I'm a demon or a devotee. So black and white approach gives you only 2 options. Even the church agrees. Local. So it's very important to be creative, and questions help creativity. The questions expand your creativity. Now, questions are important for all the 5 principles, the rest of the 5 principles that we have. They help expanding intelligence. They help growing giver's heart. They help. They help with the positive language. They help with becoming a trusted guide, and they help with making a contribution. So, if you practice this seriously every day, your thinking will improve. For example, if you want to be happy, you can ask, what questions will make me happy today? Now this is happy questions. Yes?
No, but I have a question. It sounds maybe some strange, I don't know, but
You have a strange question. That's
Yes.
a new category.
look at the
Strange questions. How can I become God?
Very strange. No, that, for instance, sometimes, I think that we forget to be very, very to make very, very simple adjustment. I make one thing. For instance, I am a little nervous. So what I do, I take every day 2, I don't know in English, camomille.
Yeah,
It's very simple. But one thinks maybe so high, too. But then if we make a simple thing, then we can, because sometimes we are in so much, the mood is so passionate or rajasic that we cannot even start to think properly, or we have to take, we have to, I think that I'm starting to think that we should work also on the body, very, like even taking pills sometimes, pills or some something for the like for being more calm or more use the Ayurveda or this and that. And so in this way we can go on think a little bit more, and then otherwise one cannot even start doing this asking questions and this and that, because it's too much too nervous or too busy or too the mind goes here and there, no? But sometimes we don't take attention to this very very simple thing that maybe you have to take something like Ayurvedic herb or like or calming tea, or maybe it's very simple, very material maybe, I don't know, but it looks like
I believe that questions can have the effect on the body also. Actually, this woman is having on her courses exercise where you observe how your body reacts to judger questions and to learner questions. And people feel tense with judger questions, and they feel more relaxed and inspired with learner questions. So these questions can also act as a pill. So one simple tool that you can use when you feel that you're getting in trouble is stop and ask excellent question. Stop and ask excellent question. Then immediately you change your mindset, you change your consciousness, you change your thinking in a moment. It's very powerful. Stop and ask. And it's good if you have a set of questions, set of your favorite questions. You don't stop and ask yourself, okay, how can I be really, really stupid now? I have a situation that is difficult or that is challenging, and how can I be highly stupid in this situation? How can I make a huge mistake? How can I damage my relationships? So you don't ask yourself these questions. You want to get the most out of every situation for yourself and for others. So you ask yourself, okay, what's the best for me and for others in this situation? What can I do to improve everything? And can you share with me one of your favorite questions, if you have, that you use in your life? Yes?
My favorite question is why I am doing this. I need like a reason why what I want and why I'm doing this.
Okay, so this is a question of motivation. And then when you find out why, then you know either you want it or not, and how much you are inspired. Yes?
My favorite question is how can I jump around, how can I do this and that, and how can I... So it's how about...
How can
practical questions.
Yes.
How I can do something practical.
Yeah. This is excellent question. I would say this is the category of excellent questions. Okay. Any other?
how can I improve?
How can I improve? That's a great question. Yeah. How can I improve in everything?
Krishna consciousness.
Any other that you're using? Maybe unconsciously you're using some questions, so you can. You have some? Yeah?
Yeah, for me the questions are the same.
How can I?
I ask how. How can I do? Well, what can I do today that I feel calm? Or maybe a good question is, what can I do that Krishna is happy?
Oh, great. Yes. What can I do to make Krishna happy, to please Krishna? What do you want to do for Krishna? From your heart, with great enthusiasm. Another question that is maybe less popular is, what is needed for the mission? Nuts. Selling nuts. It's needed to pay the insurance and 10 preparations per meal in ISKCON Zurich. Macha opulence.
Sometimes me I use an exercise is to write a letter to God, and also to do the answer.
You
So-
do that?
Yes, I use this exercise. Before I think, I have a problem, I have a decision to take, and I write, and after I also do the answer.
Yes.
God who responds to me.
Yeah.
Yes, it's an exercise.
It's a nice exercise. Communication. I mean, questions help in communication. We are trying to be interesting, that entertain people, inspire people, teach people, share. So many people would like to be interesting, or some of them are already interesting, or they are trying hard to be interesting. But actually, the paradox is that you will be more interesting for people if you become interested. Interested in them. So what does it mean in the practical application? It means you ask questions and listen. Shut up. Shut up. I talk a lot. I give classes. In sessions, I avoid to talk. I give maybe 80% of the time to a devotee to talk or to a client. And now, believe it or not, I'm going to England for training to learn how to listen. Attentively. And I'm looking forward to shutting up. Especially in one-to-one sessions. So this is an amazing, I recommend to you, it's timetothink.com. It's an amazing system. The book is called Time to Think. This lady wrote 3 books. One is called Time to Think, another is called More Time to Think, and another is called Living with the Time to Think. So she's like a little genius, Nancy Klein, and she's a Quaker. They have in their tradition actually listening. In their communities, they listen to people so that they can hear God. So it's really, really wonderful. I have these books, if you like, I can share with you. You take my email. But believe me, I tried it a little bit with some friends and devotees. It's pure magic to shut up and listen, but very sincerely. And now why I'm mentioning this, because within this system there is some excellent questions. It's called incisive questions. To incise means to do like this, take something out and replace it with something else. So these incisive questions help you to identify your assumptions, which are blocking you, which are limiting your options, limiting your action, and replace them with liberating questions, liberating assumptions. And this is in the form of questions. So this is a category of excellent questions that I want to share with you. It's called incisive questions, and if you want to learn more, I'll share with you. But this system is based on listening attentively, being present, and then asking people how they would like to replace the limiting assumption with the liberating assumption. So, for example, limiting assumption, I cannot give class. Why? I'm shy, I'm not qualified, who will listen to me? It will be boring. Now, what would be the liberating assumption? So these are all assumptions, they are not true. maybe they're true, but still, you can do something about it. You can make a transformation. Yeah. What would be the liberating assumption? We now have these limiting assumptions about giving public talk. What would be the liberating assumption?
Ask more. You mean the person? We have now the person who said,
Yes.
I cannot give a lecture.
Yes.
to French.
Yes. Yeah.
I would like to ask him why. Also, why you are so limited, why you think you are shy.
Okay.
Maybe, yeah.
That's good. That's good. Yes.
What I can do, maybe to be not shy, or what I can do to learn more, or
Yes. What I can do to learn how to give class, I can do to not be shy.
I will overcome my shyness because
Yes.
maybe I can help others with this class.
Yes. Yes. Okay. So you think about some benefits of giving class. How can you overcome your blocks, your limits, your shyness, how can you overcome your thinking that is preventing you from giving class?
But but you think it's not, sometimes it's not important to ask myself why I am shy. What is my fear?
Excellent. Why I'm shy? What is my fear?
And then
Yes.
maybe it's like sometimes it's like a bubble. When I ask myself why I have fear, then I think about something, and then, oh, no, that's a stupid idea. Then it's like a bubble you make, and then it's over. Maybe I can try after that
Yes.
to give.
So what you are proposing is actually helping to create a liberating assumption, to change this assumption, and to not be limited by it anymore. So if you ask yourself why I'm thinking like this, and how can I think differently? How can I think differently about giving a public talk? You can think about the benefits of giving a public talk for yourself and for others. So we can always think differently about the same thing. About the same person, you can think differently. Especially people who disturb you. And questions help us to change our thinking. So, there's this broad category. If somebody is doing something wrong, you are asking, why are they so imperfect? So what you can ask instead of asking why are they imperfect, what you can ask?
the bread, what?
Why are they imperfect?
Or what good qualities they have.
Yes.
Asking why they are should be good.
What?
So
Asking
positive, like what good qualities, like
Okay.
catch them
Where
by
are they
doing
perfect
something
or
good.
catch them doing something right. Okay. Yes. Okay.
why I am seeing this imperfectness? Why I'm seeing like this?
Why I'm seeing their
That's so
imperfections?
negative, right?
Yeah,
It's so obvious.
Yeah.
Or I ask when I see sometimes some not good qualities in them, then I see actually because I have this not quality I see in them, so why I have this not good quality, what is in me not good, why I see in them not good, is actually asking myself.
Mm-hmm. So when you see that somebody has bad qualities, you think that you have these bad qualities, and this is the reason why you see this in them, and why you see them like this. Okay, yes?
So, you mean that if I have a negative feeling, but if I start to try to have a positive feeling, I will find some good thing in others. I mean, some because maybe I think this person is completely, I don't want to know anything about this person, but if I start to think, to find some good qualities, I will find good qualities.
I don't know. You may find maybe they don't have any. But what is good about the bad person? What is good for us about the bad person?
Nothing.
Because show us our limits, no? I think show us what touch on me, so what
Okay.
about
They,
that person.
okay. They can show us our limits, yes?
It's an opportunity to learn tolerance.
To learn tolerance, okay?
Maybe we can improve ourselves.
How? How is this connected?
Yeah, by how you said tolerating or
Ah,
asking maybe better questions.
okay.
It is a challenge.
The bad person is a challenge.
Yeah, it's a challenge.
Challenge for
Give
our
the opportunity
for
to-
our bad qualities.
And maybe we can reflect the same bad things, qualities of us. If we have them, then we maybe want to solve them.
Yeah. Well, you are very self-critical, self-reflective, self-responsible. This is nice comments. But one very simple thing that is good about a bad person is that we learn how not to do things. We become convinced that I never want to be like him. So thank you so much. I'm learning from you this wonderful lesson what not to do. Okay, so now I want to give you one of my favorite questions. It's pure magic. You should pay me at least 1,000 euro each for this question because it will change everything in your life and in the lives of others. How can I turn this problem into an opportunity? What opportunity?
This is the question?
What opportunities can I see in this problem?
Okay.
Let's say you have a relationship problem. What opportunities you see in the relationship problem? You don't agree with someone, you had a quarrel, you had a mutual insulting. So what opportunities do you see?
It's a question. Ask.
Yes, it's a question for you.
Aha. Oh, this is not your favorite question.
What are you talking?
No, I'm just giving an example of the discussing problem opportunity. But the question was, what opportunities do I see in this problem? That was the question. Similar principle is blessing in disguise.
Mm.
Huh? Okay, I give you an example. So now this question can really expand your thinking. Your usual normal thinking, every day, your limited thinking, sorry. It can expand. So I was coming from Milano when I came from Italy here on a fast train which went slow because of the snow. 300 kilometers per hour, but it went 80, which is super slow. And I came late because of the weather. I was late 1.5 hours. So Bakta Hrvoje was supposed to pick me up, and he was waiting on a wrong platform at a train station, Zurich train station. And I waited there expecting him to come. I was trying to depend on Krishna and wait. And nothing happened. He didn't appear. His wife Leah didn't appear. And I was thinking, better I roll up my sleeves and do something about my situation. And then I remembered that at the seminar at my seminars I teach that every problem is an opportunity. So I have a problem here. So I ask myself, what is the opportunity here? The opportunity is to find out how to get to the temple without Hrvoje. So I went to the tram station, and I never used tram. I never used tram in Zurich. So, and I asked one boy, which one goes to Bergstrasse, to the zoo. Zoo is not in Bergstrasse. Zoo is a little bit further. And though he explained to me, then I asked him, can you show me how to get a ticket on the machine? But he had to run into his tram. The tram just came, his tram. And I was thinking, okay, without using the tram, how can I get? If it's near, I can walk, but I don't know which direction, and I don't have a map, and I cannot access internet, because in Switzerland you can access free internet only if you have Swiss mobile number, and I didn't have it. So I was thinking, well, what I usually do when I have a problem, I ask for help. So I thought, okay, there is some shops here, and let me just ask them if I can send a message to Hrvoje to pick me up, or see if he's gone back home or whatever. Where is he? And I went to one kiosk and looked at the girl there. She was very busy, a little bit nervous and stressed. So I thought, I don't want to disturb her. Then I turned around, and there was one girl smiling, blonde, small, and she was selling electric cigarettes. So I said, I need to send a message. Do you have internet here? She said, yeah, I have internet, and she gave me a package, like mobile internet or something. I said, this is the internet. I said, no, I just need to send a message. I need internet connection. She said, okay. She said, you can use my phone as a hotspot. Oh, wow, thank you so much. Great. So I sent a message I connected to her phone. She gave me a password. And I sent a message to her, but I forgot to agree with him where he will pick me up, because the station is big. But luckily, she said, I work until 11, and if you need more, come back. So I went out. I didn't want to bother her, but I was thinking, maybe I should go back. And I was so inspired and impressed by her helpfulness that I gave her a Maha Burfi from Villa Vrindavan. So now I went out, and I was thinking, I should come back and tell him exactly where we will, agree with him exactly where we will meet. And I did that, and he picked me up, and I asked her, when do you work usually? And she said, oh, well, next Monday I will be here. So somehow I came back next Monday and brought more burfis and more sandesh and Ishopanishad and some brochures for our programs. And she was really, really happy that I came back. So I gave her these gifts. It was Christmas time, so I said, this is for Christmas. And then I said, if you like, you can visit us in our center. We have a center in Bergstrasse. And yesterday she came. And she really liked it. We had a lunch. And I gave her also a reservoir of pleasure and more sweets. And nuts also. And one little Krishna. There is in the shop one Krishna that had his leaf was damaged, so we cut it with Adipurusha Prabhu, and it's a wonderful. He gave it to me for free. So the whole problem of not having a lift became an opportunity for one person to get Krishna's books, to come to the temple, and interest goes on. Hare Krishna, okay. So interest goes on. So, and now we can have more such experiences. I had more experiences, but I don't have time to tell you everything, and it will be maybe too much. But if you use this question, what is the opportunity here, then you can have more such experiences in life. Okay, so do you have any questions about what we have discussed so far?
Question?
Questions about what we have discussed so far. If you come for the afternoon session, we will discuss personal daily questions.
This afternoon session, I didn't know.
Are you have a session in the afternoon?
Yes. What time?
3 till 5.
3 to 5 we can have. So we will discuss personal daily questions, but now we can slowly wrap up this session because I have other things also and you also have other things. So now we just have a couple of minutes for questions about what we have discussed.
My question is that it seems that everything comes from having always a positive attitude. How can I? It's so difficult for me because
Positive attitude.
a positive attitude. It seems that the solution is to have always this positive instead of negative. But many times it's negative. I mean, at least for me.
Positive attitude we can have if we ask positive questions. And the most positive questions are spiritual questions. So here in the verse and the purport, Srila Prabhupada says the most important questions are questions about Krishna and the questions related to Krishna. So that means questions related to service, to the mission, to devotees, to the deity worship, to spreading Krishna consciousness. So these kind of questions. I mean, you can always ask yourself, how can I use this for preaching? Anything that you face, whether it's a problem or it's an opportunity. So I have given you some questions, and then you can use them for your personal list also, for your personal questions. Yes, anybody you wanted to say?
No, yes. This matter touch things that we spoke yesterday about expand your limits, no? And the good question is a question that help you to overcome, some limits.
Yes, these are excellent questions. Questions that help us to overcome our limits are excellent questions. Definitely. I mean, what else? How else? These are questions that expand opportunities, for example. Questions that help us to overcome our limits are replacing the one type of assumption with the another type of assumption, like positive assumption. Another question I can share with you is, what would you like to have in your life? You can ask yourself and others this question. What would you like to have in your life? Results or excuses?
È come Krishna nella vita, no? Distacco emozionale, ma quando devi agire, agisci. Cioè, sempre questo è il problema, di agire sempre quando devi agire e non devi agire quando non dovresti agire. Noi a volte andiamo in conflitto con questo. A volte agiamo quando non dovremmo agire o agiamo male e a volte facciamo il contrario.
Sometimes we act when we should not act, or we we stop when we should act. So we sometimes don't know how to do, what to do.
You need a compass.
Avere un compass means
Compass, north, south.
yes, to direction.
You have a word compass.
I know, but I don't understand.
Busso.
Bussola.
Bussola. You need bussola.
Northwest.
Yes. You
Devi
need
avere una
bussola.
bussola.
So
quali
what is-
sono i 4 punti cardinali della bussola?
No, the bussola is a metaphor.
È una metafora.
So what is the bussola?
Qual è la bussola?
Personal mission statement.
È questa qui, la bussola è la tua missione personale, di trovare proprio una frase che è la missione della tua vita, di trovare proprio.
This helps in making decisions.
Questo ti aiuta a prendere decisioni.
So what can you ask yourself is, does this help my mission?
Quindi poi ogni cosa fa, questo mi aiuta nella mia missione, sì o no?
If it helps, you do it. If it doesn't help, you don't do it.
Se ti aiuta, basta.
But you need to clearly define your mission.
Però devi capire chiaramente la tua missione, la tua vita, qual è la tua missione,
Devi chiarire il tuo scopo.
il tuo scopo.
So I can give you an example of my mission statement.
Per esempio lui ha il suo scopo, la sua missione proprio scritto, chiaro.
Nurturing our heart and success with Gita.
Nutrire il nostro cuore, il nostro successo con la Bhagavad Gita. Grazie a voi.
Nostro cuore e nostro successo with Bhagavad Gita.
No, mai.
Lui,
No,
questo è
certo.
Suo.
Our.
Our.
I put our because it includes me. If I say including devotees, it doesn't include me because I'm not a devotee. Or trying. So our success, nurturing our success and heart. First you nurture your heart, then you can nurture your success, because everything comes from the heart. Your
Prima il tuo cuore deve essere nutrito e poi viene il successo. Senza il tuo cuore il nostro cuore non è nutrito. So what is the nurture in the heart? What can be explained?
That's a great question. How do we nurture our heart? We nurture our heart with Gita and with the holy name. Of course, Gita says that Satatam Kirtayanto Mam, that always chanting my glories. So it's this instruction is in the Gita about the holy name. And for you, I know that you are a great cook,
Tu sei un grande cuoco,
but you also sing nicely.
ma anche tu canti bene.
I would recommend that your mission has to do with cooking and singing.
Suonare e cantare.
Yes.
Suonare e cucinare.
Mission, evolution, this devotee, impossible change, cooking.
Yeah. So you already have a mission. So you already have a mission. So you can make decisions based on this. Yeah.
This chiaro, This chiaro. Chiaro? Clear.
So when you make decisions, you can ask yourself, will this decision cook something or will this decision sing something?
Quindi questa decisione mi fa cucinare qualcosa o mi fa cantare qualcosa? Cioè ogni cosa che fa mi aiuterà nella mia missione. Per capire, nel senso.
It's a little bit joking, but
Sì, è un po' uno scherzo.
simplified.
No? Per far capire tutto quello che faccio mi aiuta nella mia.
So I want to nurture your success with Gita. So I recommend that you read Gita every day.
Io ti raccomando di leggere la Bhagavad Gita ogni giorno.
Yes. Okay. What time? 3 to 5?
3 to 5.
Okay, so 3 o'clock. So please invite everybody before you come,
Okay.
because maybe they forget.
And 6 o'clock is then from Chandramukhi Mataji.
Yes. So you have 1 hour break.
Yeah.
Okay. Hare Krishna. Thank you.
Arrivo.
Okay, so we want to stop here. So thank you very much.
Thank you, Kruna.
It was 1 hour session. 15 seconds and it will be 1 hour. I'm waiting to have a round 1 hour. Just say one Haribol, please.
Haribo!
Haribo!
A little louder.
Haribo!
Louder,